Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Business Growth Made Easy podcast. I'm your host, Maria Fontana, your favorite business consultant helping high-performance salon professionals create more profits with less stress. And guess who I have today as my guest expert, my wonderful friend and colleague, Tammy Feltner. Hi, Tammy. Welcome. How are you?
Good, Maria. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. So tell the audience a little bit about yourself, about your magic, and what you want to share with the world, what you bring to the world of the beautiful salon industry.
So yes, like you said, it's Tammy Feltner, and I have been in the beauty industry 29 years this year.
Wow.
It's my passion. I love connecting with people. Just connecting with people really is what I found out after all these years. I always thought it was the hair, but it's that connection with people. And I specialized in color, mostly behind the chair. And I also was an educator for TG as a regional educational director. So very in tune with color and cut. And I love the whole aspect of our craft technically. But, what I've seen over the years is there's this missing link inside of our industry. And it's really, the hairdresser, attaching to the hairdresser's soul, who they are as an individual, watching them, how they are always trying to be what everybody else is in the industry, as opposed to really finding out who you are, and having that freedom behind your chair to do what it is that you love, and not worrying about what everybody else thinks or what you feel you should do because everybody else is doing it. Let's really look at the soul perspective of the person behind the chair, and what is it that you want to create behind your chair, and start living with intention to create that. Because I think when you do that, that's when you really do flourish in this industry. Your creativity gets cracked wide open, and you really start bringing something new to your chair, to your clientele, to your life, when you can really find it out what is it that you really want. So that's really where I am right now. I've stepped out from behind the chair to coach hairdressers to find that for themselves and to be successful in their business. And so, that's what brought you and I together. Girl, we're out here lifting people up, and then we connected.
It really is. So what are your thoughts? I know, I get so many messages, and so many of our listeners always ask about, what can I do to change? I'm so unmotivated. I feel exhausted. I'm just, this whole COVID thing, just totally rocked my world. I just can't snap out of it. So I know this is one of your strengths and your expertise. Tammy, share with the audience, with all our wonderful salon professionals, what can they do? What's the one thing they can do, they can walk away with today to make that major shift? What's lacking in our industry that no one wants to talk about?
Yeah, Maria, I'll be honest, I don't think it's one thing.
Of course not.
It's not.
You can cover 2 or 3.
Right? But I can share some things that have worked for me or from people that I know. And there seems to be a common thread with everyone. And I would say the one thing that people are doing that are really elevating who they are and what they're doing in this industry is they're really learning the practice of meditation, and they're practicing self-care. Because we are a direct reflection of everything around us, and how you take care of yourself and how you honor yourself and how you treat yourself literally creates a foundation for everything around you. And I think that's just something people don't understand it. They don't connect with it because nobody's really explained it to them.
Right.
And why that makes such a difference. And it also takes people getting uncomfortable to try something new consistently until you start seeing results. So I would say self-care and meditation would be my answer to that.
So what are some easy tips, just things that someone could change, after they hear this podcast today, that they could just instill the next day or later that day? What are some easy rituals they can instill that would be mind-blowing? I know you and I practice these rituals, so maybe let's share it with everyone, because I know in the beginning of my healing journey, my personal development journey, and what that means is, for anyone who's listening, they're like, what the hell is she talking about?
I know, that's the thing. Nobody understands it.
It means personal development and healing journey means simply taking the time to stop, honor yourself, ask what you need every day, and start doing things in a different way that are intentional to make you feel better, and working on, either with a healer, mentor, psychologist, therapist, whoever it is, a coach, to work through gunk that maybe you're carrying around with your whole life. That's what that means. So, but you got to start somewhere. So here are some, I know Tammy's got some great tips that you can instill into your life slowly, right? Have grace for yourself. Be nice to yourself while you're doing this. It takes 21 days to change a habit. So let's talk about how we can change those habits and put some loving rituals into our life.
Yeah. So, I'll explain an easy tool, something very difficult to do. I'll explain it very easy, because this is the way we have to understand. Most hairdressers are overstimulated.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we wake up, we're on the go, we got to rush to the salon, we got to take care of our clients, we got our kids or our husband or dog or whatever in the background, dealing with that.
Mm-hmm.
Then all of your clients are coming in, feeding you everything that's going on with them. You've got the social media, you've got the news, you got the pandemic. I got to order my color. Oh, I ran out of this. I'm trying to figure out this technique. I mean, it's just a lot, right? So we are constantly overstimulated. So you have to backtrack, right? Backtrack to as soon as you wake up in the morning. Okay. So when you wake up in the morning, how do you feel? Typically, hairdressers feel worn down. They're tired, and they have this creative side of them, this passion that's pulling them towards behind the chair. But however, we are depleted day in and day out by all that stimulation that I talked about. So the first thing in the morning, you got to get centered, right? And this is non-negotiable. You have to make that time for yourself. And it's, I would recommend starting with 10 minutes. Everybody's got 10 minutes in the day. You can do 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. But what you want to do is raise that energetic level, your emotional state. So how do we do that? We don't go from here to there, right? We got to take baby steps. So the first thing in the morning is you can think of one thing that you were thankful for. Just the fact that you woke up, mm-hmm. and that you're thankful for that. And then find something else that you're thankful for. And start stacking your thoughts on the thankfulness, as opposed to stacking your thoughts on, I'm tired, now I got to go do this. Oh, so-and-so's coming in. I mean, either way, you're going to stack some thoughts. So are you stacking the positive thoughts or the negative thoughts? Mm-hmm. Get into your thought talk. Get into your mind. What do you say to yourself in the morning? How do you feel in the morning? And start stacking good things, right?
Yeah.
That would be the number one thing. Be thankful you get to get that cup of coffee. Be thankful you have a toothbrush to brush your teeth. Be thankful that you have warm water. Be thankful that you have a job. And go there, because then that automatically raises your emotional state. So imagine you've got the hairdresser that's doing that, just thankfulness for 10 minutes, or you got the hairdresser that's, I'm tired. Oh, what am I going to wear? Oh, I forgot to pack my lunch. Oh, I got so-and-so's coming in. Those two hairdressers walk into the salon. Who do you think is going to have a better day?
Yeah.
Be honest. It's going to be the person that took 10 minutes to invest in herself, to find gratitude and be thankful, and raised her emotional state. When she opens that door to the salon and she walks in, that's gratitude walking in. That's a totally different energetic person. That's a totally different outlook on how your creativity is going to show up behind the chair.
Right. And
or
your
you
energy with the clients and your clients, yes. With everyone. It's huge.
Yes. Yeah. Or you going in, I mean, it's like this. Are you going to be positive Patty? Or are you going to be negative Nancy? Yeah. Who do you want to do your hair? Right. And you have to understand that with whoever you are being behind your chair, you're going to attract more of that. So again, your clientele is a direct reflection of how you have been. And what's great about that news is you can change it at any moment. You are just one intention away from creating a new end result in your life. One intention. So set the intention to be grateful for 10 minutes in the morning. And I promise you, there's going to be a shift. It'll be a slow shift, but it'll be a shift. And then all of a sudden, you're going to start having this new type of person attracted to you, and new things will start coming into your life, because energetically, you are putting out a new person. You're right. Going to create new results.
Right. And I think we should talk about too, when you fall off the wagon, to be nice with yourself. I'm really a big fan about giving ourselves grace, not beating yes. yourself up. Like, okay, you're trying to change your rituals, and today you fell off the wagon. So just get back on and be nice to yourself about it. It's how we talk to ourselves, right? So what would you think, like like maybe there's another little tip and tool they could use to instill daily, that for someone who's new at this, or even if they're evolved already and they've been doing these things, what do you think is another really important, I call them ritual to just do daily to change how we're showing
Right.
up? And because you know what I found even with my clients, um, when you show up differently, that's how you increase your profits. If you're stressed out, you're not going to increase your profits. You're not going to increase your bottom line. Your business is going to tank, and it's just you're going to be a reflection of whatever you're doing personally, and that's it. That's the truth.
Yeah, but people don't understand that. That's the problem.
Well, we're here to enlighten
Right?
you guys and tell you that it's true. We
It's
both
true.
can attest that our clients, ourselves, the circle we're in, these are true statements, but you have to instill them. You can't just listen to them and be like, oh, all right, well, that sounds kind of weird. If you really
Right.
try, that's what personal development is. This is what Tony Robbins talks about. So if this is all new to you, give yourself a little opportunity to try it, right, Tam?
Yeah, you're not going to be any worse off than you are now. I mean, if you're feeling like you're being pulled at both ends of the rope and you just feel tired all the time, that is your clue. That is your body's intuition, your life's intuition telling you something's not working. So you've got to start making shifts in your life. And that's the thing. You don't have to do this huge overhaul. Try these simple things. But I have to say, for hairdressers specifically, our body is always speaking to us, right? And we are a three-dimensional being. We're not just a body that walks around. We've got mind, body, and soul. So what are you doing in the morning? Again, it goes back to your morning ritual. What are you doing in the morning to feed all three aspects of that? So we already talked about the mind, right? We talked about having the gratitude, but what about your body? Like, this is a vessel that's carrying you around in life. What are you doing to nurture it?
Right.
Because if once your body goes behind the chair, you don't have a career. I mean, you just
Yeah.
don't.
No.
And so what are you doing to make, it's like that preventive care in order for you to maintain a long lasting clientele and a long lasting career.
Yeah.
So what are you feeding your body? And that's, what are you putting in it in the morning? Are you just loading up with caffeine, or not even giving yourself anything at all? Or are you giving yourself hydration and nutrition? Some people say, oh, I don't eat breakfast. Well, that's a choice that you're making. You're making a choice to go on empty into a salon that's going to be overstimulating you and sucking more energy out of you. So you haven't put anything in your body to fuel it, and then you're going to keep giving. So that's what you have to find out. What is it that makes you feel good? What hydrates you? Is it water? Is it fresh pressed juices? I always recommend colorful foods and colorful drinks. That's typically what will fuel you, as opposed to eating things or drinking things that are void and grains or white foods typically have starches or artificial sugars and flavorings and all that. Typically things that are vibrant in color have more energy, more minerals, more vitamins. So I'm very intentional that every meal I eat, I have 2 colors of the rainbow. Doesn't matter what it is. I'm not telling you, you can what to eat. I'm just saying, put color in your food.
Yeah.
And
Make
typically
better
you're going to feel
choices.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll make you feel better, right? And pay attention to that. When you eat something or when you drink something, check in 15 to 20 minutes later. Are you belching? Are you burping? Are you passing gas? Are you bloated? Are you lethargic? Do you feel tired? Are your joints swelling? If you have any of that going on in your body, that is your body's intuition saying, wait a minute, that doesn't resonate with me anymore.
Yeah.
And only you are the person that can decide what that is. You have to do a self-evaluation of, what did I just eat that's making me feel that way? Because when we eat, we're supposed to feel good.
Yes.
And sometimes it changes. What I ate in my 20s and what I ate in my 30s, what I ate in my 40s is different. My body is different on a molecular level and everything. So I have to pay very close attention to how I feel after I eat something. And that's taking care of your body. That fuel is taking care of your body. And then the other thing I would say for hairdressers is, please stretch. Please stretch. If you're going to do anything, stretch. Like, move your neck around, touch your toes in the middle of the day, put your arms between the door frames and stretch them.
Yes.
Do a tricep stretch. Do something to get your body in a contraction. You're always constricted, right? We need to contract and open up everywhere. And it doesn't take long. I mean, it's 30 seconds here, 30 seconds there, just to get unstuck. That would be it. Move that body.
I have a
That
physio ball, you know, those giant balls in my office.
yes,
And I learned this from my physical therapist because here we go. You know, I have neck problems, back problems. It's just from being ergonomically incorrect 34
yeah.
years, you know? So I just sit on that ball and you roll back and you open up and it's so, it's so healing. It's a game
Hmm.
changer. I mean, I've been doing this like a good 15 years now. So it's huge. Little thing,
Yeah,
right?
you can heal your body if you're already having problems with it,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
you're not going to heal it if you keep doing the same thing every day. You've got to make those little shifts every day, even if it's every other day. Stretch out, do something to expand your body, and you'll feel better. It's going to create openness in your body, and then you're going to be more open to other things in your life.
I love
So those would be the things, that food that you're putting in your body and moving your body.
Yes, and drinking plenty of water, right? I mean, I know you and I are both
Pearl,
big
yep,
water people.
yes.
I know.
Fountain of youth. That water is the fountain of youth for
Absolutely.
sure.
Absolutely.
And people that say you don't like water, sorry, you got to drink water. Like,
Yeah.
put something in it that you like. Put some fresh berries in there, or some lemon, something to make you like it. Set a timer on your watch or your phone to remind you to do it. You've got to be intentional with it.
Yeah.
And just remember, like, sometimes you just do things because you don't want to do it. You have to do it. It's
That's right.
non-negotiable.
Right.
That water keeps all those toxins flowing out of our body. It creates that cellular reconnection and repair in our body. It keeps our skin looking so much youthful. It keeps our hair hydrated. I
Yep.
mean, water is the focus of everything in your body. We're made up of mostly water. And
Yes.
then we go all day, we don't eat, we don't drink, and then we wonder why we feel so horrible.
I agree. Well, these are amazing, amazing tips and tools. I'm going to be dropping all of Tammy's contact information, guys, down in the description. If you want to connect, book a call with Tammy. She's more than happy to help you and support you with this. As a closing statement, what's the one thing you want people to leave with today and just, implement into their lives and start making some changes for themselves? What's the one tip you want to give them, or like, you're from your soul, what you really think they
Mhm.
need to know?
Well, I think the three things I always share in all my classes and coaching is you have to get really crystal clear on what it is you want, like crystal clear what it is you want. You need to quiet your defeating voices that are telling you that you're not good enough and that you don't know how, or what are people going to think. You've got to let go of your self-defeating voices. And the third thing is you've got to ask for help. And that doesn't mean just one time. That
Mhm.
means all through your life, you've got to reach out and ask for help from other people. We are not meant to be on this journey alone.
I
So those
agree.
would be my three things.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today, guys. Remember, if you want to connect with Tammy, make sure you hop down into the descriptions, reach out and connect with her. We are more than happy to support you on this journey. I am so grateful I got to talk to you today.
Yeah, I
It
am
was
too. Thank you so
awesome.
much.
You are a blessing to this industry. Thank you so much, Tam.
You're welcome. Thank you.